Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Leo, this is the first reading I'm bringing you for 2020. And it's for the week of January 6th to the 12th. Happy New Year, Leo. We are in a new year, a new decade. The energy has definitely shifted. I hope you can feel it. You know, last year was huge for so many people. If you've been tuning into social media, your friends and family, the people that you follow, I mean, everybody's been saying the same thing. What a year, what a decade. So many lessons learned, so much of an emotional roller coaster. And, you know, I haven't seen anyone to say, you know what, I had a blessed and brilliant 2019. That's because, guys, we were closing out a decade and there was so much past karma, past experiences of the negative variety coming up to be purged and cleansed. We also moved into the 5D consciousness in the middle of 2019, and when we start raising our energetic frequency like that, denser energies or emotions, feelings and ways of being like fear, control, manipulation, shame, guilt, all of those ways of being can't exist in the 5D consciousness. So we have two choices. We either fall back into the old way, the limiting beliefs of the 3D, or we start shedding, we start peeling our onion, we start shedding those skins as we rise up. And so many people have made that subconscious choice to rise up, and that's why all that pain was coming up. And we see a lot of people still in this, crossing this threshold into the new decade, walking away from situations that aren't serving them, releasing toxic friendships, relationships, still processing some of that pain. So the cards that we have for you this week, Leo, we have the Trust Your Path Oracle card. So whatever path you've started walking, Leo, you're obviously on the right path, and you need to have that trust and hope and faith in that. We have the King of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Two of Wands. So, I mean, we see three really powerful figures here. This is you rising up, no more letting life happen to you, no more sitting in the shadows, no more, feeling like the victim if that's what you've been feeling. It is time for you to embrace the energy of these powerful figures and make some really clear decisions for your life that are going to serve you better in this year, but also across this decade, as we extend into it. So I'm just going to start off by reading out that Oracle card, Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, Leo, what would you do? The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but simply to keep facing your true north. And take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Yeah, I mean, Leo, you are being called to follow your true passions, your heart's desire. Tune into your higher self, because that is the guiding light. That is your true north. And then, you'll know which way to go. And I'm going to start here in the recent past with the Seven of Cups and the King of Swords, right? So for me, I reckon I'm seeing this in 2019 as a state of, of confusion, a state of, not being clear on your path, on maybe what you wanted for your life. Some of you may have had, options on the table, be it in, business or work and relationships, but it's like none of them were living up to your expectations. There may have been hollow promises made, whether that was from a lover or, a boss promising you more pay, a bigger promotion, that kind of thing. And, it's like nothing really materialized for you out of that. And I think you were just sort of left feeling disappointed, basically. That feeling where things are just in arm's reach and you can't quite grasp them. Nothing's really tangible. Nothing's really happening. It's really just all, pies in the sky. It's all really just an illusion. But we're stepping into a much more, sense of solidity and clarity and definite decision making as well. Because I feel like Seven of Cups energy is really like, it's that flaky energy. It's the I can't quite decide. I don't really know what's happening. I can't see what path to pursue. Everything kind of looks the same. It's confusion. It's illusionary energy. But we have the King of Swords here, which I feel is the shift for you that is bringing that sense of vision and clarity. So I think that you're probably, in the recent past, or you might be in this energy now, starting to be able to discern what you want for your life, right? The King of Swords has the ability to give you that clarity. He is a truth seeker. He can use that sword to cut himself free from the people, the situations that might be holding him back. And he knows that through that process, there's true transformation and growth on offer. So it's really about you deciding, what do I really need to change in my life? What do I need to leave behind? That's what I'm really feeling, is that discerning energy. And, we can see that we're going to be going from a 7 of Cups to an 8 of Cups. So this is about you now, starting to walk a new journey towards emotional fulfillment, towards joy, love, harmony, and satisfaction, not just, hollow promises, which I really, for me, that 7 of Cups is the hollow promises card. It's, having all of these, maybe words said to you or, promises made, but nothing really delivering. And I think, you've had enough of that, and you are drawing a clear line in the sand, going from a 7 of Cups to an 8 of Cups. So we are, there's growth here and there is forward movement. This is where you've decided to, turn your back on an experience that has been emotionally unfulfilling for you. So with the 8 of Cups, we see 8 cups lined up here, but we see a gap in the middle. So it means that there is a situation that you're moving on from, that fundamentally there was a key piece missing. So in a love situation, that can be, having a partner that maybe you have great companionship with, but you don't have the chemistry with, or maybe you have a lot of those things in place, but there's a fundamental value that you don't share, which is a non-negotiable for you. In work, it could be that you love your job and the colleagues you work with, but you don't have that sense of progression. Or maybe you have a manager who gives you a hard time, and you know that within that situation, you can never fill that gap. It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle and, getting down to the end of it, and, there's 1 or 2 pieces missing. You can never complete your picture. And I think that you want that complete picture. You want the whole package, be it in business or love. So I feel that many of you will be turning your back on that situation, starting to face your true north and walking away from it. Now, the key with the 8 of Cups is to, tune into the intuition or your higher self and really trust that. Trust your path. You are being guided here. But this is you journeying on towards the 9 and 10 of Cups now. We've gone through the 7, we've arrived at the 8 where we leave behind things that are not serving us, and now we walk towards the wish fulfillment, the satisfaction, the joy, and the abundance. That is the 8 of Cups there. So, Leo, I really see that you're stepping much more into your power here in the cards that come through. So, through that process of making the stand to leave behind what's no longer serving you, I think that you're really going to step back into your Leo power. Because for me, being stuck in that 7 of Cups reality is disempowering. But now we see the King of Wands here, and this is your card, Leo. And the King of Wands is somebody who is, in control of their empire, somebody who is a strong visionary. It's also someone who's an opportunist and can see opportunities that might come their way and be ready to take the action to, follow them or pursue them. So I think that after you leave the situation, it's quite possible that new paths will start to open up to you. New opportunities will come your way, and you need to trust in those and be like the King of Wands, who is looking out over his empire and can choose which strategic moves to make that are going to take him in the direction that he really, really wants to. We have two characters in this reading who have a firm grip on the Ace of Wands. So this is about you, re-establishing your sense of, passion, fiery energy and enthusiasm for life after a period where you might have felt a little bit, lost in the mire. So I love this here, that you're stepping into the new year, into your power, being victorious, recrowning yourself. All the characters with crowns in this reading. It's really, really great. And in your future position here, or towards the end of the week here, Leo, we have you now contemplating your next move. So, with leaving something, the question can be, well, what now? And when we leave something, we can find ourselves a little bit in the space in between, a little bit in the desert. And we can also see that in the Oracle card here. This person has crossed a desert, had to make this journey in the desolate space where maybe they did feel that there wasn't really anything, there wasn't really much opportunity, but you come to a point where you turn the corner and then there it is. So if you do find yourself feeling in the in-between stage, you need to trust your path, because you are facing that true north and you are moving towards it. The Two of Wands is the life review card. This is about you now trying to, find that new path and getting ready to walk it. But with the Two of Wands, we see somebody who has the wand of the past tethered to the side of the castle and that firm grip on that Ace of Wands, or that new opportunity, that new future. So you're really being called, Leo, to decide, are you going to step beyond your comfort zone to walk a new journey? And I think that you will, because you know that there is greener pastures, there is greater abundance for you outside of your comfort zone, outside of your sense of normality, outside of this situation here that might have been keeping you smaller than what you really are. But you have the Emperor energy here to guide you. Now, I love the Emperor because the Emperor is somebody who shapes his or her world. They don't let the world shape them. So what that can look like is actually, consciously deciding what you want for your life and setting the goals and taking inspired action in order to achieve it, rather than accepting what, comes your way. Sorry about the noise, guys. I've got someone angle grinding outside. So, a lot of people just wait and see what comes their way, be it partners or, job opportunities and that kind of thing. But how about you sit down and think, well, this is what the things I really want in a partner. This is the kind of work I really want to do. Now, what do I need to do in order to bring that towards me? And if it's in love, if I want a partner who is kind and compassionate and into nature activities, then I need to be that myself. I need to do that myself, and that is the key for attracting that energy. So really, really making conscious decisions, being what you want to attract in your life. The Emperor is also all about making strong strategic decisions and orchestration in that sense of your life path, as you could say the same about the Kings here. So it's really taking charge, taking control, and making it happen. In response to the two Kings here as well, King energy, guys, is you stepping into your power seat, being mature and authoritarian where you need to be. It's really, really strong characters in this reading. With the Emperor too, there can be the message to just make sure that you don't let emotions get in the way of your decision making. You can see he wears the armor underneath his cloak there. So sometimes we need to put emotions to the side when we are making big life decisions, when we are getting ready to walk a new path, because we don't want to be swayed by past triggers or reactions or past stories. We really want to make strategic moves based on where we want to get and the direction that we want to follow. So there's so much strength in this reading, Leo. I feel like if you were feeling a bit out of power towards the end of 2019, that is over now. You are stepping back up into that strong, fiery energy that you are so good at embodying and leaving behind what doesn't serve you. It's really time to move towards that ultimate reality, that 9 and 10 of Cups for you. So I'm going to leave it there, Leo. I hope you enjoyed the reading and I wish you all the best with it. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm not saying that every Leo will have a week that plays out like this. Feel free to leave me a comment if you would like to share how it's playing out in your daily life, because I always like to hear it. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.